Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to call out 5 top projects that I expect to do really well that might be worth looking into buying on this pullback in the market. Now, this pullback, crash, however you want to articulate it, may have come as a surprise, but I'll tell you now, it hasn't come as a surprise to many of our followers in our Discord, our Patreon members, because we've been talking about this for over a week now, expecting it to dip below 38,000, obviously Bitcoin I'm referring to, and pulling those altcoins down with it. So a lot of our members have sold at the top and are now purchasing in today. So some fantastic increases in the portfolio. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, an opinion on these projects. I'm not a financial advisor. You should definitely treat this as educational purposes only, and you should definitely do your research before making any investment decisions. And those decisions solely need to be your own. You know, if you're unsure, then maybe you need to speak to a financial advisor. But in the meantime, if you enjoy this sort of content and you want to be sort of ahead of the curve, you know, subscribe to the channel. It really does support Cheeky Crypto YouTube channel. And don't forget to mash up that like button if you enjoy the content. Do let me know what projects you are purchasing today, if any at all. Really interested to read your comments and see what you're purchasing. Do let me know why you're pulling out these projects if they're different to the ones that I'm highlighting here. So with all that said, don't forget you can join us in Discord. We'd love to have you there. It's free to join. Link is in the description of the video, and we have our Patreon member section. Do check that out. Again, link is in the description. We do 2 weekly AMAs where you can ask us anything, a bit like Teams meetings, where you can talk to us, camera on or off is fine. And we also have our buys, our sells, and our staking movements all logged for our all access Patreon members. So do check that out if that's your bag. Right, let's get down to the desktop and have a look at what projects I'm calling out. Okay, so the first one has to be PolySwarm. Right now, people are probably wondering why I'm calling this project out. It's rank 436. Now, it was much lower when we first called this one out. We've seen huge gains, and I've done a few videos since obviously calling it out. Now, one thing that I would say is obviously it had its Coinbase listing. I did say that it's worth waiting for the market to cool down before sort of increasing your holdings, and I kind of feel like it has done that. It's down 26.1% at the time of recording at 0.05307. Now, I think this is a fantastic project that you should definitely go do some research on. I think researching it, you'll really like what you find. I think it's a solid team. I think it's got solid tech, and I think this is one that is use case is definitely required in the space. And so do check it out. I really do rate this project. Now, if we have a look at advice.io, currently ranked B1. So B1 is actually rated good on the platform. The highest rating we've ever seen is excellent at A2 for an overall rating. We've never seen an A1. It's down 66.32% at the time of recording for the 7-day change. I'm not too concerned about that. It's it pumped probably above value with the Coinbase listing, but I expect to hear good things for PolySwarm in the short to medium term. Currently ranked A2 for AMI-HAD ratio, so that's really good. The Sharp ratio is they're unable to give it a rating. It's ranked U, and that's because they just can't rate it. Same with the profitability. Again, for me, massively profitable, but it's quite early with the Coinbase thing. The market really needs to work out what's a fair price for the token. I think that we're getting close to that. The peak end value demand is at B2, so that is pulling it down. Yeah, moving average is A2, so that's solid. And then you've got your fear and greed index. It's okay. It's not too fearful. It's not too greedy. But again, there's probably quite a few people like myself that want to kind of just make sure that it's fully cooled down. Work out what the actual price should be for this project token or coin. Once that sort of happened, I think you're going to kind of then start to see the price increase as there's more news, more partnerships, and so on. Again, I just think this is such a solid project that's definitely worth spending your time to research if you haven't already. Moving on, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧, so down 19% at $14.07. Again, I think this is a solid project, great tech, great team. You know, the use case, all of the stuff that we usually look for in a project is there for 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧. Now, for me, it's held up really well against Bitcoin on previous pullbacks. When we've seen this, we've normally seen these projects sort of go on an absolute tear. And that is my expectation based on, you know, historical data that I've looked at on several different projects. Currently ranked 22. You know, I think there's definitely some profit to be made on this project. But obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. So definitely go do your research. If we have a look at advice.io, the artificial intelligence has it ranked as B1. Again, this is good for the rating. Down 7 day, I can't get my words out. 7 day change is down 27.11. Again, not too concerned about this at this current stage. Now, what is pulling it down to? You've got your fear and greed index. It's neither here or there. B2, again, pretty good rating, but it is pulling it down a little bit. Your Sharpe ratio B2, so again, sort of similar story there. A1, it's definitely a profitable project. You'll see that on this channel quite a lot. Moving average A2, so that's pretty good. Weekend value demand is pulling it down at C2, and your 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪 ratio is A2. Overall, really like this project, and I think it's going to bounce to the upside, and we're going to see, you know, this EVI rating increase over time. Moving on, HarmonyOne down 18.46%. Again, very similar story to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧. Been holding up quite well against Bitcoin. Love everything that the team's doing. Solid tech. You know, love the fact that they're bridging to all the different ecosystems. For me, solid. Lots of funding available. The ecosystem starting to grow massively now. Out of all of these projects, this is one of the projects that I'm most excited about. You know, and it's at 24 cent just over. If we have a look at the artificial intelligence and machine learning, currently ranked B3, so it's poor at the moment, but you know, I think this, you know, we're going to see a lot of projects like that whilst Bitcoin is pulling down. 30-day change, it's down 30%. Not concerned, because I think fundamentally this project is doing everything the right way. Fear and greed index is C1, so it's pretty fearful. The Sharpe ratio is D, again, not the best, and is pulling it down. It's very profitable at A1. You know, again, you're going to see this an awful lot on this channel. Very profitable projects. Now we call these out super early, and then all the other influencers start to jump on the bandwagon, and we're starting to see that now with the fundamentals, you know, really improving over the last 12 months. You know, for me, HarmonyOne's going to become very hard to avoid. Moving average is D, so that is pulling it down. Your 𝗕𝗢𝗪𝗧𝗧 ratio is A2, so that's pretty solid. Overall, I expect a reversal. I've said this before, and we've seen it happen. This project's just far too good to be a ranking of B3. But the market conditions kind of set these, and obviously the artificial intelligence and machine learning pulls it out. So expect a reversal on this one. Solid project in my opinion. You've got to go do your research. You can't take just my word for it. Go dig in. You'll love what you find, I believe. Moving on, Cardano, $1.20, down 15% at the time of recording. Again, another solid project, solid tech, solid team. Great community. Like all of the projects that we've talked about so far, ticks all of the boxes. You know, you've got smart contracts. You've now starting to see projects, you know, sort of go live on the ecosystem, the mainnet. Couldn't think of the word then. Current ranking is C1. So this is very poor at the moment. Again, I expect a massive reversal on this one. Again, such a strong project. I don't think that it can stay at these sort of ratings for long. Again, I think this is market scenario, down 2.49% for the 7-day change. Fear and greed index, it's a B3, so it's neither here or there, neither really greedy or really fearful. It's kind of in the middle there, so quite happy with that. Sharpe ratio is B2. Again, that's pulling it down a little bit. Your moving average is D. Again, that's pulling it down a little bit. Your 𝗕𝗢𝗪𝗧𝗧 ratio D, but massively profitable at A1. I mean, we've been talking about this project since before, you know, before 10 cent. over a year ago. So for me, they've delivered on most of the things that they've set out, and for me, it's a fantastic project with fantastic tech that's going to sort of continue to be here for the long term. But go do your research if this is one that you haven't come across before. Moving on, Polygon, $1.84, down 15% at the time of recording. Again, another solid project that we expect to continue to do really, really well. I expect a reversal. Obviously, we'll see what happens with Bitcoin, but I expect all of these projects to go to all-time highs. In a few months' time, basically. So Polygon Matic C2. So at the moment, extremely poor, down 18.24 7-day change there. AMI-HAD ratio is C2, so that is pulling it down. Your fear and greed index, it's very fearful at D. Moving average is a D. Your Sharpe ratio is a D. But again, very profitable. Like we've said, we expect a reversal. So I am going to give you one additional, and that would be VeChain, down 15.10%. A lot of people losing faith with VeChain, and for me, that this is something that, from a fundamental viewpoint, I expect to see really decent price discovery over the coming months. But do let me know what you think about this one. Really interested to get your views and opinions. Now, the artificial intelligence and machine learning has it at C1. It's very poor, currently down 18.43 for the 7-day change. Your fear and greed index is a D. Your AMI-HAD ratio is a B2. Your Sharpe ratio is a D. Firm profitability, A1, very profitable. Peak end value demand, C2, so again, pulling it down. Moving average, D. Overall, for me, these scores, they're really, marked this way because of the way the market is reacting to Bitcoin. And I'm expecting, some big reversals for these projects, in the coming days and weeks, and really expecting to see all-time highs in the coming months. Now, for anybody that's been sort of watching the channel, is in our Discord, is a member, you would have known that this, pullback was imminent. It was coming. We've been talking about it for over a week. You had the opportunity to be prepared for this. So overall, we've got some very happy members that have increased their bags, and I think we all know where we're going, right? We're looking to see all-time highs, but the market can change. The macro landscape picture in the real world can change things, so we're keeping an eye on that, monitoring that, and overall, really excited to see how the next few weeks and months ahead go. So if you enjoyed today's video, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.